How to Let Go. A Buddhist story. Have you ever found yourself replaying the past, reliving a moment, a mistake, or a memory, long after it was over? So many of us carry invisible burdens that drain our energy, cloud our judgment, and steal our peace. But what if the heaviest things we carry are not on our backs, but in our minds? This is the story of two monks, a river, and the wisdom of learning to let go. Long ago, two Buddhist monks, one elderly and wise, the other young and disciplined, were walking together on a pilgrimage through the mountains. They lived by a strict code: simplicity, discipline, and detachment from worldly distractions. One of their sacred vows was to never touch a woman. As the sun began to set, the monks arrived at the edge of a wide, fast-flowing river. There were no bridges, only a narrow crossing. Standing at the bank was a young woman, clearly distressed. She looked at the rushing waters and then back at the two monks, her eyes filled with worry. The younger monk quickly looked away and crossed the river without a word. But the older monk paused. He looked at the woman, then gently lifted her up, carried her across the river, and placed her safely on the other side. The woman bowed gratefully, and the two monks continued their journey in silence. For miles they walked without speaking, but the younger monk's mind was racing. He frowned, his steps grew heavy, his thoughts boiled beneath the surface. Finally, hours later, he couldn't hold it in any longer. "Master," he said, "how could you do that? You carried a woman. You broke our vow. How could you act as if nothing happened?" The senior monk looked at him with calm eyes and replied, "I set her down hours ago at the river's edge. Why are you still carrying her?" The younger monk stood stunned. The weight of those words hit him harder than any reprimand. He had followed the rules, but clung to judgment, resentment, and the past. The elder had broken a rule for compassion and then let it go completely. One held a woman in his arms for 5 minutes. The other held her in his mind for hours. You see, in life, we all cross rivers. We all encounter moments that test our beliefs, values, or sense of control. But it's not just what we do. It's what we hold on to afterward that defines our peace. How many burdens are you still carrying long after the moment has passed? Words you wish you hadn't said, mistakes you made, wrongs done to you. They are all weightless until you choose to carry them again and again in your thoughts. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means making space. Space for joy, clarity, and the present moment. So the next time your mind clings to something you should have already set down, remember the old monk's words. "I left her at the river's edge. Why are you still carrying her?"